So, good morning, everyone. Archit this side, and today I'll be giving you a presentation on the topics that are given to me. So, before starting, I will be going through the outline of all the topics that I'm about to cover in it. The first one is to load the Toyota.csv file and mention the size and NaN values and draw a scatter plot of price versus age of the cars. Next up would be what should a data analyst do with the missing or suspected data, and then explain what is data visualization with boxplot and heat map, and then what is data visualization in Python. So let's start with the first one. So in this, I'm about to load a Toyota.csv file, mention the size, and drop the NaN values, and then I have to draw a scatter plot. So let's first the packages that I'm about to use in this code are NumPy, Pandas, Matplot, and Seaborn. We already know that these are Python visualization libraries, and NumPy is nothing but a Python library used for working with arrays. As for Pandas, it is one of the most widely used Python libraries in data science, and it provides a high performance. As for Matplotlib is an amazing visualization library in Python for 2D plots of arrays, and as for Seaborn is a Python data visualization library based on Matplotlib, and it provides a high level of interface for drawing attractive, informative, and statistical graphs. So now let's just go over with what is a scatter plot. A scatter plot is a type of plot or mathematical diagram using Cartesian coordinates to display values for typically scatter for two variables for a set of data. The dots in a scatter plot simply represent the values of individual data points. So let's go over with the execution of the code. As you can see over here, I have imported NumPy, Pandas, Matplot, and Seaborn as some alias names over here. And then I have taken cast._data and I have loaded the Toyota.csv file over here. And then I have given the command to print the head, that is the first 5 rows of the Toyota.csv file. When I run this code, it will give me the first 5 rows, as you can see over here. These are the first 5 rows and these are my columns. And if I want the total number of rows and columns of the Toyota.csv file, I'm just going to use cast_data.shape. If I execute it, it will give me 14, 36, 10. That is the number of rows and the number of columns. So let's move forward with the scatter plot of price versus age of the cars. I'm sorry. As you can see over here, I've already written the code for the scatter plot, and we have taken the age and the price parameter from the Toyota.csv file over here. And then on the x-axis, I have labeled here age in months, and on the y-axis, I have labeled the price, that is in euros. And then if I execute it, it will give me the scatter plot. I've already mentioned the color to be red over here, that is why it is red. Let's move forward with the presentation. Next up is what should a data analyst do with missing or suspected data. As in this case, before knowing what should a data analyst do with missing files, we should know what is the job of a data analyst. The job of a data analyst nothing but someone who scrutinizes info by using data analyst tools. The meaningful results they pull from the raw data helps their employees or clients to make important decisions by identifying various facts. So basically, the job of a data analyst is with what should a data analyst do with missing or suspected data is that they use data analyst strategies like deletion method, single imputation method, or model-based methods to detect the missing data. Apart from that, they prepare a validation report containing all the information about the suspected or missing data. As for what they do after that is you can say they replace all the invalid data if there is any with the proper validation code, and they also scrutinize the suspicious data to access their validity. That is all for the question number 2. Let's move forward with question number 3. Explain and perform data visualization with box plot and heat map. So what is a box plot? Box plot is a data visualization that visually shows the distribution of your data for a given attributes. And it works mostly when you have similar attributes, but the values are all over the place. And it is sometimes also called cat and whiskers because the minimum and maximum look like whiskers to the body, which represents the middle 50% of the data. Let me show you the execution of a box plot over here. We will be using the Toyota.csv file only. Fuel type and price will be taking from over here. And if I execute it, here is the box plot of Toyota.csv file of fuel type and price range over here. Next up is, what is a heat map? A heat map is a 2D representation of data in which values are represented by colors. A simple heat map provides an immediate visual summary of information, and the variation in color may be due to intensity or giving obvious visual cues about how the phenomena is clustered or varies over space. Now I'm gonna execute a heat map over here for the given Toyota.csv file. As you can see, we have got the heat map up. We have all the columns that were over there above, and this is a heat map. Let's go over the last question now, that is data visualization in Python. To understand data by placing it in a visual context like pattern, trends, and correlations that might not otherwise be detected can be exposed. That is the use of data visualization. And Python offers multiple graphing libraries that come with lots of different features. As you can see, the multiple graphing libraries, some popular plotting libraries in Python are Matplotlib, Pandas, Seaborn, as we have seen all these three in the scatter plot. And Seaborn provides a high level of interface. As for ggplot, it uses grammar of graphics and it is based on rggplot2. As for Plotly, it can create interactive tools. So what are the benefits of data visualization? The benefits of data visualization would be better analysis. That is, data visualization can help businesses, stakeholders, analyze reports regarding sales, marketing, and strategies and product interests. And they can help you take quick action. As mentioned previously, the human being, we can easily visualize, we can, I'm sorry, data visualization allows decision makers, that is the board members or whatever, to be notified quickly of new data insights and take necessary actions for business growth and identifying patterns. Large amount of complicated data can provide many opportunities for insights when we visualize them. Visualization allows business users to recognize relationships between data, providing greater meaning to it. Next up would be finding errors. Visualizing someone's data helps quickly identify any errors in it. And if the data tends to suggest the wrong actions, visualization helps identify the data sooner so that it can be removed from the analysis. And we can understand the story. Storytelling is the purpose of your dashboard. So by designing your visuals in a meaningful way, you help the target audience grasp the story in a single glance. And we can convey the story in the simplest way using this without excessive complicated visuals. As for exploring the business sides, in current competitive environment, the finding data correlations using visual representations is key to identifying business insights. Exploring these insights is important for business users or executives to set the right path to achieving the business goals. So that was all from my side. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.